Lucy loved baking. It was more than just a hobby for her. It was a way to show love and creativity, to bring joy to her family and friends. She spent countless weekends experimenting with new recipes, but there was one treat she cherished above all, especially her grandmother's lemon drizzle cake, a family favorite that always brought back sweet memories of childhood afternoons spent in a warm, fragrant kitchen. On her mother's birthday, Lucy planned to surprise her with this special cake, but just as she was about to start baking, her oven broke down unexpectedly, leaving her frustrated and anxious. Determined not to give up, Lucy remembered a video she'd seen online about making an oven with a pot, sand, and a rack. It seemed like a clever solution, and she was eager to give it a try. She set up her homemade oven, feeling clever and hopeful. The kitchen buzzed with anticipation as she carefully followed each step, convinced her experiment would work. With her cake batter ready, she poured it into the tin and placed it inside the pot oven, turning on the heat and crossing her fingers for good luck. At first, a sweet aroma filled the kitchen, making Lucy believe her plan was working. The scent was just like the cakes her grandmother used to bake. But soon, a burning smell crept in, sharp and unmistakable, replacing her excitement with worry. Lucy rushed over, lifted the lid, and was met with a cloud of smoke that billowed out, stinging her eyes and filling the kitchen with disappointment. The cake's bottom was burnt black, the top still raw and gooey. It was a heartbreaking sight after all her effort. The sand had overheated, scorching the tin and ruining any chance of a perfect bake. Her cake was ruined, and the kitchen was now filled with smoke and the smell of burnt sugar. Lucy's creative solution had ended in disaster, leaving her feeling defeated and embarrassed. Sometimes even the best intentions and the most inventive ideas can go awry, no matter how much heart you put into them. Baking, it turns out, needs more than just determination and hope. It also requires patience, experience, and the right equipment. It needs the right tools. Sometimes there's just no substitute for proper equipment. Lucy learned the hard way that some shortcuts aren't worth taking, and that not every clever hack is a recipe for success. Her birthday surprise was lost, but the lesson stuck with her. Next time, she'd wait for the real oven to be fixed, and maybe ask for a little help. Not every clever hack is a recipe for success, but every failure is a chance to learn and grow in the kitchen. The idea of a homemade oven is tempting, especially when a real one isn't available. People want to bake for loved ones, to create joy and celebrate. Online videos make DIY baking look easy and magical. Sometimes it's about necessity, a small flat, a camping trip, or just curiosity. The sense of accomplishment from building and baking is real. But cake baking needs precision and control. These makeshift methods rarely deliver that. Good intentions can't change the science of baking. Homemade ovens can't provide even heat. No matter how creative your setup, it's almost impossible to mimic the precision of a real oven at home. Cakes often burn on the bottom and stay raw on top, leaving you with a disappointing, inedible mess instead of a delicious treat. Direct heat from a hob is far too intense for delicate baking, causing uneven cooking and ruining textures and flavors. There are real safety risks: hot pots, unstable setups, and the constant chance of burns or spills that can happen in an instant. Fire hazards are serious. Using the wrong materials or letting things overheat can quickly lead to dangerous accidents and kitchen fires. Your hob can be damaged, and nearby objects might catch fire, putting your home and loved ones at risk. Guessing temperatures means unpredictable results. Your cake could be undercooked, overcooked, or even unsafe to eat. Baking is a science, not a guessing game. Precision matters, from temperature to timing and ingredients. The stress and disappointment of failed cakes aren't worth the risk, especially when you've put in so much effort and hope. True baking joy comes from reliable, safe methods. When you follow proper techniques, you get delicious results and peace of mind. A cake isn't worth risking your kitchen or your well-being. Safety should always come first, no matter how tempting shortcuts may seem. There are better, safer ways to bake. Using the right tools and equipment makes all the difference. Don't let a shortcut turn into a disaster. Choose safety and let your baking be a source of joy, not regret. Imagine you have two identical cake batters, one destined for a proper oven and the other for a makeshift pot oven on the stove. Both start with the same ingredients and care, but their journeys are about to be very different. The real oven surrounds the cake with gentle, even heat, allowing it to rise beautifully and bake through perfectly. The result? A golden, fluffy cake with a delicate crumb and a delicious aroma that fills the kitchen. In contrast, the pot oven struggles. It burns the bottom, leaves the middle raw and the top uncooked. The heat is harsh and uneven, making it nearly impossible to get a good result. The texture and taste suffer. What you get is a burnt, dense, and unpleasant cake that no one wants to eat. It's disappointing after all your effort. With a proper oven, you get consistent, delicious results every single time. Your cakes look and taste like they came from a bakery, making you proud of your baking. The difference is night and day. One method brings joy, the other brings frustration. Baking needs controlled, indirect heat to work its magic. That's what a real oven provides every time. That's why a real oven is truly a baker's best friend. Don't settle for disappointment or wasted ingredients. Choose the right tool for the job, and let your baking shine every time. The secret to great baking? Follow the recipe exactly. Weigh your ingredients. Precision matters. Preheat your oven and use an oven thermometer for accuracy. Use room temperature ingredients for better texture. Mix gently to keep your cake light and airy. Don't overmix once the flour is in. Avoid opening the oven door too soon. Let your cake bake undisturbed. Test for doneness with a skewer or gentle press. Treat your batter with care, and your cake will reward you. Baking is about patience, precision, and a little bit of love. Never try to bake a cake in a homemade oven on your hob. It's unsafe and unreliable. Your safety is more important than any cake. Instead, explore no-bake desserts like cheesecakes, trifles, or refrigerator cakes. Try steamed puddings or donuts on the hob. Consider a small countertop oven or ask a neighbor to borrow theirs. Baking should be joyful, not dangerous. Use the equipment you have or find safe alternatives. Keep your baking adventures happy and safe.